going on, guys? Last night, I brought up a story about a man named Tyreek Hill, a football player for the Miami Dolphins. And he got pulled over on Sunday for speeding and I think reckless driving. And he did that. He wasn't cooperative. He did not want to comply with what the cops told him. Well, Matt Walsh over at the Daily Wire brought up a story that I had forgotten about, but was similar in a lot of ways to what happened. A man named Dexter Reed, who again had tinted windows and put his windows up and was told to lower the windows down, refused. And then a few moments later, opened fire on police. Watch this.
Do not roll the window up.
Chicago police officers were in the middle of a traffic stop last month
Unlock the doors now.
when they say 26-year-old Dexter Reed, driving a white SUV, did not comply with their commands.
Unlock the doors now.
A civilian review board investigating the incident says Reed fired first.
Shots fired.
I want you guys to watch again what happened and how it was very similar in so many ways to Dexter Reed. Watch.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why you have it up? Keep it down. Hey! Keep your window down. Annie. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that. Get out of the car. Give me that. We'll break that window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of law don't you understand?
Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I ain't do nothing, twin. Dang.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey.
Hold
on, twin, hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just had surgery in your ears when we told you to put your window down.
Bro, chill.
Do people now recognize, man, how this is very similar to the Dexter Reed incident back from March? Do people not see? So again, this is the rich young black man that refused. Number one, he gave the cops all kinds of lip when they pulled him over. Number two, he would not put his window down when they told him, put your window down. He's like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't have to. Well, again, that's what the issue is. Again, the cops are like, hey, I want to go home. I want to go home at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit here and guess whether or not I'm going to be safe. I'm not going to take the chance. So they told him to put the window down, which he refused to do. So they took him out of the car. And again, he's given them lip and everything else. So people have got to understand they're going to put him on the ground. They're going to put him in cuffs. And then they're going to make him sit on the damn curb. And, years ago, man, I wasn't arrested. But years ago, I got into a situation where I was taken out of a car. And they told me, sit on the curb. They put me in cuffs. Then they had me sit on the curb. And again, so many black people think it's only a black and white situation. No, it's not. It's not just black people that get put in cuffs and told to sit on the damn curb, especially when they're mouthing off, and the cops, they feel that they might be at risk. And again, look also what happened. One of his teammates stopped his car, pulled over right there on the side right in front of the what's happening. And the cops had to tell him, you can't park there. I mean, think about it for just a minute, man. Think about the entitlement that's going on here. That you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And then they believe that, it's only a black and white thing. White people, they can do whatever they want. The white man, he can do whatever. No, he can't. Do people not understand what's happening here? Do they not get it? And again, I'm going to show you, man, what some of these folks are saying about this. They're saying, hey, look, it would have been very different if he was white. Watch this.
What I don't understand is how a police officer can rip open his door, rip him out of the car, not take him out of the car, rip him out of his car, slam him on the pavement face first, and cuff him and tell him he got it effing confused. And then, once you got him cuffed, make him sit down on the pavement because you don't want him to stand. The police officers wanted Tyreek Hill beneath them, both literally and figuratively. And that's the kind of crap that black Americans can't stand. And that's why we're so frustrated, because when the country talked about wanting to reckon with race after George Floyd, we still have stuff like this popping up, as if we haven't seen it enough. As if we didn't have to deal with it with Chandra Bland. As if we didn't have to deal with it with Taryn Crusher. As if we didn't have to deal with it with Walter Scott. As if we didn't have to deal with it with Philando Castile. This keeps coming up. Black Americans being stopped by law enforcement and not knowing if they're going to make it home.
So again, man, guys, we've got to realize this guy that we just saw, complete jerk. Complete jerk. Again, man, have an excuse for the guy speeding down the road, doing whatever the hell he wants to, talking to the cops, whatever he wants to talk to the cops. And then, and then cry racism when he's pulled out of the car. I don't think so. And again, man, the reason why this stuff continues is because you have people like that guy. Again, the excuse is it. Again, man, we gotta stop pretending. We've got to stop pretending that these rich black men, the black men, period, they're out there doing whatever they want to do. Flying down the damn road, talking whatever way to cops, do whatever they want to do. When they're pulled out of the car, stopped and pulled out and whatever, race. It's all due to racism. No, it's not. Again, what they're advocating for is a check to do whatever the hell they want to do, whenever the hell they want to do it. That's what's being asked. And it's not being asked. They're telling us we want to do what we want to do. And again, if you call us, we're going to say it's racist. It's racist. It's not racist to ask somebody to get out of a car, to tell them to put the window down when they won't listen and get out of the car. And then when they're in handcuffs sitting on the curb, sit down. The fact of the matter is, man, your knees aren't that bad. If they were, you wouldn't be getting ready to play a football game with a bunch of big dudes. But the fact is, man, you want us to believe you're worse than what you are. You want victim. You want the victim status. We've got to stop pretending in this country that black men and black women are victims. They're not. They're not victims because of the color of their skin. They never suffered. They were never slaves. I don't know any I had never met, I'm a good bit older than Tyreek Hill, and I've never met a former slave owner. Never. I've never met any former slave. Not in this country. I mean, maybe in Africa. Maybe in some country in Africa, I'll find somebody that was a slave. And probably enslaved by other black people. But not here. Not here. But again, we still get to pretend that, making $30 million a year, he's still getting over the traumas of slavery, which he never suffered. I mean, again, he was born in, like 97? Get real, folks. Get real. I'm going to show you guys, man, a couple more guys that are really making excuses for Tyreek Hill in his behavior. Watch this.
Terrible, right? And I'm a good friend of Tyreek Hill. And I'm so mad it happened. But on the other side, I am kind of glad it did happen. You know why? Because you get to see what it feels like to be a black man in America, though, right? The difference is this person, this young man that's getting detained like this, is a superstar athlete. So he's going to continue to have his life. Because if it was somebody else, they might not have had their life. They might have had a chance to go to the Dolphins game. They might have got shot. The problem with this is the way they're handling him, you'd have thought he robbed a bank, he did a murder, he did attempted murder, he did something. For a speeding ticket, you get all this. This is
number one, guys, man. The big lie is he got that treatment just because he was speeding. No, not even close, man. Not even close. He got that treatment because, again, he was speeding down the damn road. I don't know how fast he was going, but he was going fast. And when he was approached by the cops, he started getting them problems from the get-go. Then he wanted to put the window up when they wanted it down. So again, they could see so they could be safe. But again, and then he said, well, I'm glad this happened because again, it allowed everyone to see what it's like to be a black man in America. What do you mean, man? Entitled? What do you mean? Do whatever they want to do? Act whatever way they want to act? And when they can't, when people say, no, you're not going to act that way. You're going to obey the law. You're going to obey lawful commands. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. When that happens, if they don't want to do it and they get pulled out of the car or whatever, again, brutality. So again, people I think are starting to get what it means to be a black man in America. It means they can do whatever they want.
crazy. And we want the police to protect and serve. Is that like protecting? Is that like serving? No. You see this thing. If he wasn't Tyreek Hill, it could have gotten way more serious.
The most frustrating thing about it is we do not feel safe around cops, and that's crazy.
When you say we, break that down.
Black people does not feel safe around cops, and that is what really strikes a chord to me, because we don't want to call them. We don't want to be in certain situations with them. I talk to my kids. You know what I tell them, man? If you ever get into any situation, man, you with your friends or whatever, get to some light. Get around some people, right? If it's some cops around. That's how I'm talking to them. If it's cops around to where you're supposed to be safe and they're supposed to protect you, make sure you're around some people, get into some light and all that, so people can see what's going on if they want to act.
So this for here, Father of the Year, telling his kids, man, if you see cops go the other way, they're bad news. No, they're not. Why don't you tell your kids that black people, even though they're only 13% of the population, they commit over half of all violent crime in the country? Why don't you tell them that? Oh, we can't tell them that. We can't tell them that. It wouldn't be nice. Yeah, it would be. Be right. And right is nice. We got to be honest about that. Right is nice. Like white people. Again, man, stop pretending. Stop pretending that, they pulled a black man over and again, he wanted to say and do what he wanted to say and do, and the cops would let him. So again, police brutality. Not even close, man. Again, right now, not at all, but a good bit of black people out there right now, especially young black men. Again, they're entitled. They feel they can do whatever they want to do. There should not be consequences for their behavior. And if somebody wants to hold them to account, they must be a racist. They must be. Again, people have got to stand up. White people in particular got to stand up and say, no, this stuff it's not right. You did wrong. People have got to let go of their collective guilt. And again, when they do so, they'll start acting in appropriate ways. Again, people won't be able to guilt them in certain ways, make them feel bad, because again, it's gone. They don't feel bad. They don't feel bad. And again, maybe things will start to be addressed in the right way when people are willing to be honest about what's happening. But they got to let go of their collective guilt. Guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a